Hello, welcome to Preppin Data 2024 week 26 solved in Enso. So this week we're continuing on with this customer complaints dataset that we had from last week. And if you remember last week we had some issues with date fields, so we're going to be a little bit careful today to make sure we're reading those incorrectly. So I've got my input data up here, and here are those two date fields that we had some issues with last week. So this time the input file is a CSV. So Enso hasn't auto-detected the types on these, so we can see this T indicator shows they're coming as char fields. So first thing we need to do is pass this data into date fields so Enso can understand it as dates. So for that we use the parse component. I select those two columns, so date received and date resolved. Type is date, and then we can see the format is day, month, year. So there we go. So now if we look at the visualization there, you can see these are now both date fields and displayed in Enso's standard display format for dates. Okay, so that's got the data inputted. So now for custom claims that are still in progress, set the date resolved to today's date. And for this example, we're going to assume today is the 26th of June. Okay, so we've got this field here that's response to consumer, which is in progress. So we're going to use that to filter out all of our in progress fields. So response to consumer equals, we'll just do a text value of in progress. Nope. I can't type. So in progress. There we go. So these are all of our in progress ones, and now we need to update this date resolved. So to do that, we will add a set component. And we'll also add a date value. So I'll use the plus down here and do a date new. If this was a real workflow, we could use the date today component, which would give us today's date. Every time we ran it, it would just keep live. But for this example, we'll do date new. And we're going to set this to 2024, 6th month, and the 26th day. Cool. And then we're going to use that in our for the value in our set component. So I'll just connect that into value, and I'm updating the date received field. So date received. Let's take a look at that. Looks good. So again, I'll close this up and move these up to keep my workflow tidy as I work. So the next one says create a days to resolve field for complaints which are closed. Okay, well I'm not working on the closed ones at the moment, so let's see what else I need to do with the in progress ones. So create a days open field for complaints which are in progress. Okay, so that's what I want to do next. So days open, so again another set component. This time I use a simple expression, and I'll do that off the date received field, and then I can use the date diff functionality, which lets me choose a end field, which is this date resolved. Oh, actually, have I done that the wrong way around? I was supposed to send date resolved to today's date. Yep, so let's fix that. There we go. That looks better. And then we want the day, and we're calling this a days open. I'll just copy that out and use that there. So if we take a look, there's our days open field on the right hand side. And again, move that up. Okay, so I think that's everything we need for the in progress complaints. So now for complaints that are closed, we want to create a column that is dates to resolve. So I'm going to copy this section of components. So just copy and paste that down there because I need some of the same functionality I had before. And then I'm going to take my filter, and I could change this to not equal, but I'm going to use the action to do remove. So that's sort of giving me the, so I've got the option here of keep remove, and I'll go for remove. I don't need to set the date resolve for these ones, because these ones simply have a correct date resolve, so I'll remove that, connect that set, and then we're not calling it days open, we're calling it days to resolve this time, so I'll copy that text and replace it there. And then the last thing we need to do is update the timely response field to correctly say whether it was timely or not, based on if the date resolve was less than 14 days. So we have this field in the day-to-day, this timely response, and presumably this field's been set wrong, so we're cleaning this up. So again, for that, it's another set component. I will write a expression this time. So if, let's do it on my clipboard hopefully, days to resolve is less than 14, then we're classing that as timely. Otherwise, it's not timely, so set it to false. So if we take a look at that, that's created a field there on the right hand side. So if I'll take the visualization to full screen for a moment, so just using this button, and we can compare it against the existing timely response. So first we can quickly eyeball, make sure we get it right. So this one was timely, this is 9 days, 8 days, 5 days, 8 and 6. So the add check looks right, and yeah, the original check, who knows what happened there, but it wasn't good. So now we're happy that that's updated correctly. What I'll do is overwrite the original field. So if I set the name here to timely response, it's going to override that existing field in my dataset. And there we go, we can see updated to those new values. Yeah, so then the last instruction says create a parameter. This is a Tableau Prep feature, creating a parameter. Enso works slightly differently to Tableau Prep. We're able to have both these data sets sort of available in our workflow. So probably the way I'd do it, if I was sort of keeping this as a live Enso workflow, I think I'd keep those two open there, and I'll just put a little label on here. So so this is in progress. And these ones down here are resolved. So then quickly when I come into the workflow, I can see what these two data sets are. But that's it. So prepping data, week 26, as solved in Enso. If you want to have a go yourself, I'm going to put this starter workflow out in our community. You can download it and have a go. Thank you for watching.